On today's episode, we'll be getting into Kanye's new girlfriend already gets a tattoo of his name. P. Diddy is uncanceling Travis Scott. The Chainsmokers are giving their fans a cut of the royalties via NFTs. And we'll be diving into Kendrick Lamar's new album, Mr. Morel and the Big Steppers. All this coming up. All right. Welcome back to the Strange Noise Podcast, everybody.
Hello, friends.
What's up, party people?
Hey. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, welcome back. We have a great episode for you today. We get into some fun stuff. But without further ado, let's just get right into it.
What's on the docket? Let's go.
Let's do
On
it.
the docket, Mr. Kanye West is back in the lineup.
Yay.
Not for anything he did though. His new girlfriend apparently already has a tattoo of his name.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's competing with Pete.
Yeah, that was the first thing I thought when I heard the story. I was like, well, they're throwing competition since Pete already got like Kim's
It's like
tattoo.
some fucking high school shit or something weird.
It truly is. This is your body. You can't be doing that shit, man.
I know, yeah. Or like, you know how you would write on your binder?
Yeah.
Back in our day, we wrote on our binders.
We use pen and paper.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like I can't see any other tattoos on her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping it's not her first.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I'm hoping it's that's like a fucking huge mistake. It's like really visible too, just like chilling out on the side of her arm.
Like on her like wrist arm area, right?
Yeah.
Oh, on the side, right?
Just
what
right
would you
there.
call this?
I
I don't know.
Whatever muscle that is on the side of your arm.
It's like the small of my arm.
Small of my arm. There you go. Small of my arm.
unless you got Popeye arms.
But yeah, it
the
just
big of your
says
arm.
yay. Yeah, she's got a little tattoo. It says yay. The picture looks so shitty that I seen.
Oh yeah, the one you showed us. Yeah,
It looks like pen like
Smeared,
smeared.
yeah.
It's so fucked up. I can't even tell if it's real or not.
I wonder what did she change it into? Like if they and probably when they end up breaking up.
Luckily for her,
Yahtzee.
anything.
Yeah.
She could put like a solid like heart over it or just black it out with anything, you know?
But yeah, I mean, hopefully that doesn't doom your relationship like most tattooing of the significant other's names.
Yeah.
Usually dooms the relationship. Except for
That's a funny thought. I never think like this solidifies our relationship. You know? Like, from now on, we're the best. We're fucking bonded now. You'll never leave me, right?
I wonder if that's why Pete does that.
I know.
Because, there's a stereotype that the idea of like one getting a tattoo of their significant other is like kind of a curse on the relationship.
Yeah.
But Pete does it as like kind of a fun, poking fun at them because I think he's known for getting all of his girlfriend's names tattooed on him. So I think that's what they say. Like every girlfriend, he just has all their names tattooed. I wonder if he does it to like to poke fun at the whole.
I mean,
thing.
they all don't work out, so maybe it is true.
Maybe
it's true.
Wow. Maybe he's like self-sabotaging.
Yeah. Just so you make sure.
Yeah.
So just in case, I just gotta get it tattooed.
Yeah.
So the girl that doesn't get, or the girl that is dating Pete Davidson and he doesn't get your name tattooed on him,
You're the one.
You're the one.
Oh.
Don't be offended.
basically proposing to you.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But from there we'll go on to Pete Diddy.
Pete Diddy.
Pete Davidson.
Fuck that. I'm going to bring it back. Puff Daddy.
Oh, Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
Puffy?
The old Puff Daddy.
dude.
Sean Puffy Combs,
Yep.
aka P Diddy to all you other people out there. But he is taking control of cancel culture.
Yeah.
He's
That's the
saying
person we need.
he's not,
He's the one. that
He's
can
not
do
the
it.
hero we wanted, but it's the one we need.
There you go. Yeah. I love that saying too.
He is officially saying that Travis Scott is not canceled anymore.
Okay.
He's uncanceling the canceled.
Yeah, he's just putting his foot down and saying nope. He's playing the Billboard Music Awards
Today. Or, yeah.
as of recording.
Yeah, May
As
15th.
if, yeah.
Yep.
He's saying that he will be playing. I wonder, like, is it because you said, I think you mentioned that he is head. P Diddy is like the head of Billboard Music Awards, right?
He's executive producer. Yes, executive producing it.
I wonder if this is his way to drum up publicity for it, like saying, "Hey, I'm uncanceling it. Tune in to actually see if Travis
For
Scott
sure. Because
plays."
his ratings suck right now for every.
For all award shows.
Award shows. There you go.
Pretty much anything that's not like. Well, this is interesting. I have a different thought, but pretty much anything that's not on network television. You know, if it's on network television, no one's really watching. You know, like that's the problem. And now to my other thought, man, when are we going to get to the point where we can stream like on Insta or somewhere else, you know, where they're doing a live feed like Twitter or something, and we can just fucking watch there because we're all going to be there.
Yeah.
Well, that is a good question. Like, why hasn't Instagram like gotten into like?
I think
already scrolling.
You can do live videos on Instagram, but I don't think you can do long ones. Though.
Yeah, I was like, is there a cutoff?
Right.
Do you know
I think there's like a time cutoff. But that's something like, you know, big network could like, we'll pay for you to
do like a long,
Yeah.
I mean, we'll float you, you know, $5 million, and we're doing
do ads and shit, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
You know
I
what?
don't know why they don't do it. They got the technology behind it. Just do it.
Yeah.
And they know everybody's already scrolling through their app. Like, and not only that, like what they could do, I'm just already brainstorming for them. Like they could have it repeat in the feed. So like as you're scrolling through your feed, like it reappears again because it's a new part of the feed.
Yeah.
So if you're scrolling past it, then you'll just come back to it.
Yeah, as long as you like, sign up for it or whatever, because that's fucking intrusive as fuck. You're like, you know, like,
it's just going go away. Scrolling has been deactivated. What is going on?
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, we'll see. I wonder if he's gonna use his powers for good, uncanceling. I wonder if he's like Will Smith is gonna call P. Diddy. Be like, hey, help me out.
You know what? Oh, dude, I almost don't want to say something because I don't know, but
I don't want to speak in his existence.
No, I feel like I read an article about or seen P. Diddy came out against freaking Will Smith. Everybody's been doing it though, you know, that's the problem right now. Every celebrity finally like it trickled in. It was like days after, weeks after. Now here we are, like a couple of weeks
when it's safe to say something.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it slowly kept trickling. It kept like getting further and further. Now, finally, this celebrity finally came out. It's like I don't give a fuck, really. You know, like it was so weird. By the way, who did you mention it the other day? That what celebrity was giving their input on?
Oh, on the whole slap incident. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, or there was something maybe. Even bigger news. Like,
we were saying because when Dave Chappelle was attacked, Chris Rock finally started saying stuff about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when Dave Chappelle's attacker ran off stage, Chris Rock came up and was like, "Oh, was that Will Smith?"
Yeah, there was a whole different news that I heard. There was a female celebrity that came out either for the Will Smith thing or the Dave Chappelle thing, but I was like. I don't fucking care what that person has to say. Like, that's the least. What the fuck? It reminded me of the Ja Rule thing. Like, can we get Ja on the line? I gotta know what he fucking thinks right now.
No, that's what it was. Ja Rule actually came out and said something, I think.
Oh, was it Ja all over again?
I think it was.
He's like, no, I know you guys want to know what I'm thinking. Like, what the fuck?
Where my dog's at?
You want to know what I got to do? No way. I don't believe it. No way. I don't fucking believe that. Why is he relevant? This is so crazy.
Rough Riders.
You duped people.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you taking the
But you dupe people out of Firefest like money. You're not relevant right now, you know? You can't really. I would be hiding if I was Ja. I wouldn't be freaking.
No, like Dave Chappelle says, we need to know what John thinks about
Is
this.
he the one that did the Firefest thing?
He did.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah. He stays away, bro. Stay away.
He has like no reason to come out of hiding right now. But it was someone else. Maybe it was Ja, but I feel like it was someone told me, and I was like, that person's so unrelated from this issue that I could care less. Like, it's getting weird now.
Yeah.
The people that are coming forward to just say their thoughts are just like, get a fucking start a podcast.
There you go. Do what we
Start
did.
a fucking podcast, please, because it doesn't need to be in my news feed.
Yeah. It was interesting though. I think P. Diddy was the one who actually spoke right after the incident with Will Smith. Remember, he was like, "Oh, you know, he's like, we're gonna handle that backstage." You know, he's like,
"Oh, yeah, during the event, yes,
yeah." He was
like,
right.
I recall, yeah.
So he has an in ready. He can solve this. He can bring us back together.
You know what? He did go on record saying that there'll be no canceling on my watch. Those are P. Diddy's words. Oh. And then he followed up with love is about forgiveness. So that's why it's important to have Travis Scott perform. You know what? I'm about forgiveness. I understand that we all make mistakes. I won't go into, more than that with this, forgiving Travis Scott. That's a whole different, crazy animal still,
Yeah. Because
I never really put him fully responsible anyway.
Yeah.
Nah.
I think that's the thing. Like, I think people were still like questioning whether he should have been as held responsible as he actually was.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm sure that's part of the reason why P Diddy is standing up for him and uncanceling him.
But yeah, so for now he's uncanceled.
All right, Puff Daddy.
Until I guess the next Astro World.
Until further notice.
Let's see.
But sweet. I guess from there we'll head to our first break.
Yep.
And we'll be right back. Let's get back into this episode.
Let's do it.
And we'll be talking about everybody's favorite topic, NFTs.
Something I don't know.
Somebody nobody knows, but we just all keep talking about it.
Everybody's favorite topic. I love that.
But they're coming back in the news, well, at least for this segment, because the Chainsmokers are doing something I thought was pretty cool. Basically, for the first 5,000, copies of their album that is sold, those fans will get an NFT that includes them to 1% royalties of, I guess, is it the sales of the entire album? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
But
they just get a 1% royalty share.
That's awesome.
That's literally what it is.
See, this is one thing. Like, I've always liked the idea of NFTs. Well, from what I understand of it.
Yeah.
Not that I understand too much about it, but like the idea of like it being linked, like an NFT being linked to like just a digital, like what do you call it, commodity?
Yeah.
Like didn't make any sense to me. Like I always thought it was like it has to like be something physical, and so I was like, oh, it's kind of cool that you can have something physical with the buying the album. Like if you buy the physical album, you obviously get that. Obviously, you buy the digital album, you get that too. But it's linked to something that's a little more tangible than just saying, hey, I have this picture of an ape, or something like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because you're gonna get paid out some money, right?
Yeah,
based off total sales. That's pretty cool.
So that's what's pretty cool about this structure. It's I think the backbone of the structure is through Royal, which is a royalty distributing platform that works with the NFTs. And it was created by DJ. I can't recall his name, but this DJ started this company so that they can do this, so they can distribute royalties easily, and so that everyone gets the royalty. Because apparently, in the real music market, it becomes a little like fucking gray.
Yeah,
it's
I've heard this. Yeah,
calculating who gets what and how often they get it and who distributes that to them. This is like a fucking kind of like a flip of a switch, dude. Everyone will get automatically distributed dividends whenever you need to. So if it's biannually, annually, it's already going to be set. It's like a fucking, it's like an alarm clock. Once you set it, it just keeps working.
Set it and forget it.
Yeah, you really have to. That's it.
That's pretty cool.
And
so are they going to get royalties for the life of this?
Chainsmokers will.
That's what
they will. Once you sell your 1%, Chainsmokers from that sale gets 7.5%.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then from there, it's a traditional NFT structure where it's like the royalty structure, or not royalty structure, but the sell-off structure. So if I'm the first and I sell it to you, you sell it to someone else, I get a share of your profits, and then so on and so it keeps trickling for life.
God.
So that 1% owner still will make money even after they sold it. But they only get 1% from each like trickle down sale.
That's the thing I always thought was really cool about NFTs. Like you can build in like continuing profit. Like so, like say you bought, what was the one we talked about? The ape one, Bored Ape. Yeah, if you bought one of those, whatever, 100 grand, and then you wanted to sell it, you could build into the NFT like I get, a certain amount of royalties every time that's sold.
Okay.
Even if it's exchanges, thousands of hands, you can still get a percentage back. Whatever it might be. But that's one thing I thought was really cool about NFTs, and it's kind of cool that the music industry is like, because I think it works really well for the music industry because. There's one thing that I've heard. It's hard to, with the royalties things, it's hard to kind of pay out artists because it's hard to do microtransactions to pay because, it's like, oh, you get 1 cent of this or, a fraction of a cent, it's hard to get paid in a microtransaction. But the blockchain or, anything that's based off the blockchain, that works really well with, because you can get, whatever, a tenth of an Ethereum, and that's still like valuable, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's one thing I thought it was kind of cool that
it could work. Still confused. So you don't get? Do you get royalties of the album sales, or you only get royalties of that NFT when you sell it?
Album sales.
Yes.
In this situation, which I think we should also talk about Snoop Dogg, because it's not change subjects, but we'll throw him into this topic.
Associated.
Because he's doing the same thing with Death Row Records. This is the type of structure that he's hoping for with all of his artists, including himself too, because he is an artist.
So would it be better to hold on to the NFT or sell it?
Depends on how you value it. Like if you think like, oh, I want to, like, the Chainsmokers album is it's gonna keep selling and I'm gonna make more money off of it, or you just see it as like, I'm a really big fan of the Chainsmokers and I want to hold on to this as a keepsake.
Yep.
And you might want to hold on to it. But if you think like, hey, this album's gonna keep selling, so it's valuable and it can be valuable to somebody else, so I'm gonna sell it and I'm gonna make money off of it, and then they're gonna make some money off of it. So really, it's kind of like an asset.
All right.
How you define value of it.
Did you guys read into it a little bit more? Like, I was wondering, do you get royalties based off plays too? So like,
that's all included in royalties.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So however they set up their royalty contract, like, and this is why to what Rob was saying, how sometimes royalties get really gray on how to calculate. Like that's why people are so like watching over like copyright rules, because some artists like don't know that their songs are getting used like in this commercial or in this on this radio station, and they're not like, hey, did I get paid for that? Like they don't even know.
Yeah.
So this makes it a little easier to kind of track, because
that's pretty cool.
Once you own the NFT, it's like
Yeah. All right. That making sense now. Yeah.
That's what I thought. I was like, oh, this, like we've said before, like it worked. NFTs seem like they work really well with the music industry, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And I could see this even going into, we already know it is moving towards the real estate industry too, because they're smart contracts. They're just unbreakable information and ownership.
Unbreakable. That's on my head saying.
And I'm pretty sure this is the same structure that Snoop Dogg is hoping, because some of the keywords that I remember him saying were, we want to put like two things. One, ownership back into the fans' hands, so that when you buy an album, you have that pride of owning something all over again.
Yeah.
And then two, making sure that all the artists actually get fucking money, man, because it's a really shitty payout from Spotify and all those, like from just streams only. He says it's fucking horrible.
Yeah, ain't nobody making a living off that shit.
And now that's another gray area, because like Spotify's payout is like, it's kind of set.
Yeah.
But artists don't really know what they're making from Spotify. Like they'll look at their bank account like, okay, well, I made 40 grand this month, or like I only made 10 grand. And it's like, well, my streams seem to stay the same.
Yeah.
Why is it such? It's because Spotify has their deal set up and it's not that transparent to the artist.
Mm-hmm.
So this is why it helps, like if you have if all the artists on Death Row Records have an NFT and it's set, like whatever is built into the NFT, like 1% of royalties, they know exactly that that's always set at 1%.
Yep.
As opposed to like these streaming platforms just arbitrarily setting these things and like, okay, we're paying you out, 0.004 cents this month, and next month we're paying you out 0.003 cents.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
all right.
How does it how would it work with like real estate? I know you kind of briefly mentioned that. Like, how is it gonna, the smart contracts, how do they play into that?
I think just your little ownership. So your deeds will be all like as a smart contract on the blockchain. They'll be held on the blockchain. So more or less using the blockchain technology for those.
Okay, got it. All right. Okay, so they're just, instead of like having a paper trail of like that, it's just the NFT that's like, all right, got information stored on it. And then when you sell it, you just pass along the NFT.
Yeah, for the real estate, I don't think I don't know what will be the focus, if it's just using blockchain technology or if there's NFTs that are associated with it. But for sure, blockchain technology, because they could just store that information.
Yeah.
That sounds better. Yeah. Like using that technology to do that, it'd just be simpler.
Yeah. I'm sure that NFTs will play a role. Yeah, I don't fucking have any clue though. It's all weird.
It's all weird.
Similar boat too.
It's kind of like, with the blockchain, there was like, I remember when I first heard about like Bitcoin or something, like I was going everywhere trying. I was like, what is it? Like, I don't understand it.
Yeah. Where is this blockchain? Can I go and visit it?
Someone take me there, please.
Yeah, I need to know it's real before I start investing in this technology.
But I don't, dude. I'm happy to see that the music world is, getting their hands into the new technology.
Yeah, sure.
Hopefully, artists are going to start getting paid.
Let's go back to bartering stuff. Yeah.
Would you take 2 chickens? But sweet. Well, obviously, this will probably be a topic going forward. So we'll keep our finger on the pulse of NFTs.
Yeah, we'll see who else is
going
going
to
do
go
the
to
same
NFT
thing.
school. You guys are going to school me, so.
We're just school ourselves.
We'll all take a class.
Yeah.
A crash course.
Gary V, start your course. Let's get back into the episode. We'll be talking about Kendrick Lamar's recent release, Mr. Morel and the Big Steppers.
All right.
I'm sure everybody's already put it on their best albums of the decade.
Yep.
It seemed like. But
after the first song, after the first track,
the first second, they're like, greatest ever.
Greatest ever.
That is it.
But he dropped the album this past Friday, 18 tracks, a total of about, I think it was an hour and 13 minutes, according to Spotify.
All right.
So just get into what do you guys think overall listen? And then we'll get into the nitty gritty of it a little bit.
The freaking nitty gritty, dude.
My thoughts of it, like, I was kind of hooked. Like, I listened to it a complete way through, and first listen, like, I was like, like the first half of it was just amazing. I felt like it lulled a little bit in the middle, and then closed out a little stronger.
Okay.
But overall, like, I was like, yep, like, this is a great album. Like, it's probably, I don't know if it's too early, I think, for me to say if it surpassed Damn just yet, but it's a really solid album, I think.
Yeah, I feel he's kept the consistency. It's been 5 years. We've waited a while. It was worth the wait for sure.
I would agree.
I don't know, 5 years to wait, but it was It is really good though. It is really good. I think there's like sonically, it's got something. Lyrically, he's fucking like, I don't even know how he's doing all this, man. Like his fucking lyrics, the shit that he's saying is like so fucking, man.
It's like it's mind-boggling.
Yeah, mind-boggling.
No, it was a good album. Like I told you guys to listen to it twice, and I was like, yeah, all right. It's got some good storytelling in there.
Yeah,
sure, themes fit well, and very current themes too.
Yeah.
And it was like some good music too.
Yeah, it's surprisingly relevant. So crazy. I know he took 5 years, and I'm pretty sure he didn't start writing it.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I took maybe 3 of those 5 years off, just chilled.
Yeah, because there's a lot of relevant content.
Yeah,
a lot of relevant topics that we've been going through recently.
Yeah, and then I like the features he was on there. They were good.
Oh yeah. Like
people, like Ghostface Killah. That girl Tori Page, is that her name? Oh, Taylor Page.
Oh yeah, she did the that one track. What is it? We Cry Together.
Yeah,
I think
that was a good one.
Yeah, that one was like really raw. Like,
yeah, I liked it just because of like the way they were talking to each other. It was cool.
Like, this is what a real relationship sounds like, or something like that. They got really into it. But like the Ghostface Killah, that girl even had a Florence and the Machine sample at the beginning of, I forget what the track was, but it does have a Florence and the Machine sample.
Oh, Beth Gibbons is a singer from Portishead.
Oh, okay.
She's on the Mother I Sober.
Oh, that was a good track too.
Like Kodiak Black on there. Is that what you think?
Kodak Black.
Kodak Black.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Kodak Black was
Kodiak
on there.
Black.
I seen people really dig that song. That was probably one of my least favorite ones.
Yeah, it wasn't one of my favorites.
Yeah, it wasn't at the top of the list.
No.
But well, let's any standout tracks, or maybe either your favorite musically, lyrically. Does any of them like actually stand out to you, like as stood out from the rest for you guys?
For me, like the good song was like Purple Hearts.
Ah, that was
just like a good jam to listen to. And then I liked what was the other one? It was called Anti Diaries.
Oh, Auntie Diaries, He got real on that one.
That's what I liked about it, because that was like good. That was like a good display of his storytelling.
I love how he ended that one.
Yeah,
you know, where they're like, you know, we can all say it together if you let a white girl say it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or is that the one? Or did I say right?
No, yeah, that's the one.
Okay. I think so.
Yeah.
I'm confusing everything.
That was good storytelling in that one too.
Yeah, overall, good storytelling. I think for me, like, I know I love the lyrical content, a lot of them, and his flows are amazing. But like, I always go to like whatever catches me.
Yeah.
So like for me, like the catchiest one and really hooked me was N95.
Yeah, I got that written down too.
I think that one like was like, I feel like that one would be a single. Like that one.
It has the qualities.
Yeah,
for sure. Die Hard was another one that I wrote down too.
That was
I really like that one. Purple Heart is another one, and that features Ghostface. And who is the other?
Oh, the other one in that one? It was Summer Walker.
Okay. But yeah, really good stuff, dude. Solid 18 tracks, like we mentioned. I know we mentioned that it was a possible double album, but I don't think this qualifies as a double album because we haven't talked about it yet, but Jack Harlow dropped a new album recently too on the 6th of May, and that's got 15 tracks. And that's not a double. That's just a normal fucking album, you know. So this is not a double album.
18 tracks, unless you're saying like both parts have 9 songs,
or unless there's a follow up that we're gonna get.
Yeah,
a month from now, 2 months. I don't know.
That's something I'm thinking. Yeah,
I don't know.
That would be tough. I mean,
5 years, maybe he did write the whole time. You know?
Yeah, I could see that happening too.
You know what? Like, just thinking about that, like how good this, you know, at least this part of the release is. If he does release another one as good quality in another couple months or whatever, like do that. That will be like a feat in itself.
Yeah.
Just because I think a lot of people are saying this is a great album, you know, this is, you know, up there, and for him to do it again just in a few months. Not that he releasing it, but I mean to be able to write that many good songs and back to back, like that'd be insane. Dude. But
I think he could probably do it. He's good. He knows how to tell a story. He knows how to write lyrics and.
Yeah, dude, and not only that, like it's cool that he's there's not many artists like to his caliber that are tackling topics, because I mean he talks about like domestic violence, like homophobia, cancel culture too. I mentioned a little bit earlier. Like he goes into a lot of it. Like I was saying, like the Auntie Diaries, like that was. I love the way he like just the way he ends that, like you know, going into like bringing in the real life situation of when a fan came on stage and was rapping the part, but like they gave her crap because, you know, like I don't remember if she actually dropped the N-word or if but I think maybe they said like she couldn't say it or she wasn't supposed to say it regardless.
Yeah.
So to bring in that like real life like experience that he had, like I just thought it was like really cool.
No, yeah, it's cool.
It's interesting. Like, what do you guys think like of the content? Like, you know, he tackles a whole bunch of different topics. Like, do you think the way he tackles some of these situations, is he trying to push the conversation forward, or is he just trying to give his perspective?
I think he's just trying to like maybe question it a little bit, be like, all right, you know, give it some thought, or you know, have the listeners give it thought, like in their head a little bit more.
Yeah,
it was cool. I like that, like the one Auntie Diaries, sorry. But I was like, it's made me chuckle at the end, and I was like, all right, yeah. It made me think about it a little bit more. You know, like you know. If we can say this, if we can say that, you know, kind of deal. Yeah. There's no, nothing's too sacred.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Like he's almost saying like all these topics should be discussion points.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, maybe we're looking way too into this, but like that, none of this should be off the table, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's a couple of songs where he questions like, you know, kind of like manhood, like what it is to be a man, you know, like he's talking about like, oh, my dad showed me this and I'm glad he did this. Like, like it's kind of cool where like, especially we have kind of some opposing views right now in society where like one camp is saying like, you know, manhood is, you know, not being, you know, toxic masculinity, you know, always, you know, kind of like pulling your masculinity back a little bit, you know, and then you have this other camp that's saying like, nah, like, you know, you're supposed to be traditional, or you know, you're supposed to be like whatever, head of the household or something like that. And it's like, why can't there be a middle ground? Like, why does it have to be one or the other?
It's just the nuance of those ideas. I don't know why. It's like it's just weird.
I think you're right. I think he's trying to capture nuance, like as if like almost society is saying you have to have a black or white view on these things when there is nuance, like just like the anti-diaries ones we're talking about, like, he's saying like where, his aunt did the change and his cousin ended up doing a change, and then like it's like, why can't we, like, I loved them both, and so like, and other people are saying, you're supposed to look at them this way. Yeah, like it's kind of like putting that nuance in there, like, and it's almost like what was that thing where people are against things until like it happens close to home. Like we grew up in the church, so like they're very like anti-gay. Yeah, but it's like a lot of the people that were in church changed their perspective on like homosexuality once they had a gay son or a gay daughter or something like that. They're like, that's when their perspective changed on things. And I felt like he was kind of touching on that a little bit. Like,
exactly. When he was talking about the way he looked at it.
Yeah, he had a different perspective, and then like it hit close to home. He's like, oh well, I love these people, so maybe my mind has to change. So I don't know. Maybe I'm taking a little deep.
Well, he's trying to get you to go deep. So
yeah, I think that was a lot of his intention. I really do. Yeah, he's trying to provoke thought. I think it's really cool that he's just doing something positive with the music, man. Yeah. He's got a really good audience. He's in a really good place. It's really cool that he's using his platform for that. I mean, people are they can use it any which way. They can say, I want more pussy. I want more money. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. But he's like avoiding that and still talking about sex and still talking about money. But see how I just changed the words too, from pussy to fucking give me money to talking about sex and talking about, finances,
fortune,
but
relationship
in other ways. Yeah. He's just restructuring it. And, man, I like his take. I do. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like he knows how to tell a good story because he can use
absolutely
those words, those interchangeable words,
Yeah.
And in the right theme of that story. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He's good at that.
Especially in a market right now that's like so saturated with people that are just hungry for celebrity, hungry for money, hungry for fucking sex, and they're just such a glutton for all that bullshit, and there's no real exchange of value, there's no real value. I give you the value of paying you my money to buy the album, buy the merch, buy whatever, but in return you just give me a shit fucking perspective, poor fucking written lyrics, a lot of, tell me, but me. It's like crazy, It's like, I love fucking music. I really do. And there's a lot of really weird bullshit that you wouldn't think that I listen to that I still enjoy. And it's not, I don't know. It's whatever. It's because I love music. I can find something in like a lot of different music that you might not like that I'll still find something in, Like people will say, I don't like country, I don't really like country, but I promise you, if I start listening to country, I'll find some shit that I do like because I like music that much that I'll find something somewhere, you know?
And even like the stuff that I like, kind of that maybe like the trap stuff that we make fun of, like there's stuff in that we like.
Oh yeah,
even though
absolutely.
we make fun of it, like
for sure.
I mean, like we like love rock music, but we'll make fun of it. Like we were just listening to anybody that doesn't listen to the Spotify. We just played some music. Go check it out.
You're fucking up.
We played some Knock Loose, and that's like heavy, but we were making fun of it, like saying like, oh, it's like it's chun chun chun, like you're just saying like, but like, even stuff we make fun of, we'll still find things that we like about it.
Yeah, it's funny that we were talking about this off the mic yesterday, how music releases are kind of like Netflix releases now, where everyone is already planning to fucking listen to it or planning to view it at the same moment. Like, tell them the story.
I was telling Rob earlier. I was like, I was driving around yesterday. Like, I went to go get gas. Yeah. And I was pumping gas, and I realized the two cars next to me, like pumping gas, had their windows down. They're both listening to the new Kendrick album.
Oh, it's funny.
I was like, what the heck? I was like, everybody's listening to this. And then so I drove, and we ended up. I parked like in a neighborhood. We were about to go to the park. And a car that was driving by, like, had their windows down, bumping music. They were bumping the new Kendrick.
Oh, that's funny.
And I was like, what the heck? I was like, is everybody listening to this? And then, like, on Spotify, where you can kind of see the recent history of people that what they're listening to.
Yep.
Like three of like our friends were just all listening to the new Kendrick.
Funny.
Dude.
And I was like,
so
dude,
crazy.
I was like, it's like a cultural event, Like everybody's listening like to the new Kendrick. It was insane. Like it felt funny. It felt like I think you said it where like it felt like we were all like, you know, in a community where we're kind of like all doing this together.
Yeah.
Like
and it felt like this was almost that thing that you had to do to be culturally tuned in, you know? Because we get these things, you don't want to miss it, you know? Like, did you watch the new Tiger King? You know, when it first dropped, it's like, did you watch it? Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Or the Marvel movies or something.
Yeah,
you
want to be able to talk about it with everybody because you know everyone else is going to fucking see it or listen to it and you know, experience it.
And it's kind of one of those things too where like you want to be on the in, like people that haven't listened to the album won't really kind of grasp the whole part of this segment of the show.
True.
Mm-hmm. And some people will be like, oh, well, I know people are going to talk about this, so let me go listen to it type thing. Just like, you know, the Tiger King Netflix or the Marvel movies, like they know people are going to be talking about it. So like, I want to be on part of the in crowd. Yeah. So it's kind of crazy that Kendrick is like surpassed just musician and is now like, what would you call it? Like a cultural, like.
Yeah. Icon.
Yeah. I think you're right.
For sure.
I mean, dude, if you think about it, you were the one that told me the fact yesterday about him winning was it the Pulitzer Prize?
Oh yeah, for Damn. So Damn, I didn't realize this because I was researching it a little bit, but like Damn won the Pulitzer Prize, which is the only non-classical or non-jazz album to win the Pulitzer Prize.
Oh,
so
shit!
Wow, that's a huge like accomplishment.
Dude, yeah, they're just like saying this is art, you know?
Yeah,
so this is you win the Pulitzer Prize.
Cool.
Yeah, it's insane, and not only that, but just the commercial success, like. It went triple platinum in just over a year. Like, which some albums hit platinum status over decades.
Damn.
So it's insane, dude. Like, you're right. I think you coined it right there. Like, she's just like a cultural icon.
Yep.
Yeah.
But sweet. We'll put a pin in it right there for now. If you have not listened to the new Kendrick, do yourself a favor, go listen to it.
Go check it out.
I think even if you don't like it sonically, I think his lyrical content is going to give you some perspective on something.
Yeah.
So
that's one thing that I do like about Kendrick is his cadence, the delivery. It's so different, you know. And while it could sound a little hard to listen to occasionally, I like it. I like that it is different. I like that it's that different, and that he's owning it, and he's got his own like vibe and sound. It's kind of fucking cool for him. Got it. All right, that's pretty cool.
You felt funky after you played that?
Yeah, you're like, look at me. I'm noodling, Mom. I'm noodling.
I just want that Paul Rudd meme to come in where he's like, look at us. Look at us.
Yeah, look at us. So good, dude. Awesome, though.
But good choice. Good choice.
Yeah.
Good music overall on this episode. But you guys ready to close this episode out?
Let's do it.
Sweet. Hope everybody enjoyed the episode. Hope you enjoyed the news, the topics, the album review as it was. Again, if you haven't listened to the new Kendrick, go listen to it. Let us know what you thought of it. See if you agreed with our opinions or if you thought we were way in left field. But yeah, we will be back next week if the universe allows with another strange episode. Same strange channel, same strange time.
That's right.
We're going to be doing it here.
Live. No, not live.
Not live. No.
Live and recorded. But thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah, thank
you. Hope you come back. But until next time, everybody, take care.
Peace.
Later.